Yo, what's up, Guardians? It's Next Up Nova, back with another Destiny 2 video, and in this video, I'm going to be telling you 12 exotics for Warlocks, Hunters, and Titans that you need to make builds around for Arc 3.0. In a Bungie.net article today, Bungie described a brand new buff for Arc 3.0 called Amplified, which is described as the following. An Amplified Guardian is faster, both in terms of movement speed and in terms of their weapon handling, and more agile, able to perform long slides that can function as a devastating setup for some of the attacks that follow. Unlike other damage type buffs, Void's Invisibility or Solar's Radiant, players don't need to equip any specific aspects or fragments to become amplified. By default, all arc classes become amplified after rapidly defeating targets with any arc damage, and equipped aspects and fragments offer additional ways to become or benefit from being amplified. After reading the article, I can tell you many arc exotics that are going to be very strong next season. Starting off with the Warlock exotics, Crown of Tempests. Arc ability kills increase the recharge rate of your arc abilities and extend the duration of Storm Trance. In my opinion, this is the best overall Warlock exotic for Arc 3.0, and it acts very similar to the Heart of Inmost Light chest piece. If you're wanting to get your abilities really quickly and build based off of arc chaining, this is for you. Next, we have Getaway Artist. Convert your arc grenade into a supercharged arc soul. The arc soul functions as an autonomous turret. This is very strong in PvP for 1v1 engagements and team shots, and I definitely recommend considering it for your builds in next season. For the last Warlock exotic, we have Storm Dancer's Brace. Each target you defeat with Storm Trance increases the damage you deal with it and refunds super energy when Storm Trance ends. This can be very solid in PvP and PvE for chaining supers and dealing that extra damage to enemies. Now moving on to Hunters, we have Blight Ranger. Attacks you redirect with your Arc Staff deal massively increased damage and generate orbs of power for your allies. This has potential to be very strong for DPS if the boss attacks you while in your DPS phase. Now we have Shinobu's Vow. Improve Skip Grenade and you gain an additional Skip Grenade charge. Skip Grenade returns energy when it damages enemies. Skip Grenades with these gauntlets tormented PvP in Rise of Iron in D1 and parts of D2, and with the new buffs that come along with Arc 3.0, these could synergize and return to its old glory. Next, we have Liar's Handshake. Using your arc melee ability or being hit by a melee attack will allow you to follow up with an extremely powerful melee counterpunch that will heal you. This is a strong PvE armor piece and should be picked up for any hunters wanting to try out new builds next season. Raiden Flux. Quick successive attacks with Arc Staff increase its damage output and duration. This is great for ad clear in PvE and defeating multiple guardians rapidly in the Crucible. Lastly, for hunters, we have Lucky Raspberry. This increases the chaining capabilities of Arc Bolt Grenade and has a chance to recharge it each time it deals damage. A full chain always recharges. Many people wonder if Arc 3.0 will give Arc Web to all classes, and if that ends up occurring, then this exotic could end up being the most used Arc exotic in PvP and PvE if the chaining becomes strong enough. Lastly, we have the Titan exotics, starting with an insurmountable Skull Fort. Kills with Arc melee abilities trigger health regeneration and restore melee energy. Hitting a target with Shoulder Charge or Ballistic Slam and getting it back is great for PvP. This is also strong for PvE when defeating minor enemies such as Thrall or Dregs. Definitely pick this one up if you're planning to make a Titan build next season. Next, we've got the King of Crucible, Dune Marchers. Increases sprint speed, sprinting builds up a static charge. After melee attacking an enemy, that charge will gain chain damage to nearby enemies. This exotic is the king of PvP Titan exotics, and with Arc 3.0 just around the corner, Dune Marcher's chaining abilities can end up being buffed, resulting in many very upset guardians in trials. ACD Feedback Fence. Melee hits build energy. Being stuck by a melee attack reduces incoming damage and unleashes the energy in a devastating explosion. With Arc 3.0 on the horizon, these gauntlets synergize will end up being one that many guardians fear. Lastly on today's list, we have Curus of the Falling Star. Greatly increases your Thunder Crash impact damage. Gain an overshield that lasts longer the further you travel before striking a target. Curus is the king of PvE Titan exotics and should be treated as such in your build. This is a must get if you're doing the day 1 raid on a Titan next season, and with the upcoming increased use of Arc in PvE next season, you'll definitely want to have this on. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell right beside it so you don't miss any future uploads. Also drop a like on the video, it would be very much appreciated, and drop a comment letting me know what your favorite Arc exotic is and what you're excited to build around in Arc 3.0. Alright, have a great day.